Hello again, and welcome to the Video Game Lounge. Of music, that is.
Yes,
I am
indeed.
your host, Matt. You
And-
interrupted me. How dare you? This is my time to shine, not yours.
You're right. You're right. Continue with the wheel. The wheel of this, where are we, Matt? What are we on?
Well, Derek, if you look over to your port side, you can see the land. That's right, because we're up in the sky today, a little bit, because this is the airship theme from Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy.
Yes, indeed. So this episode is going to be an interesting one. It's all about the themes while traveling.
And by traveling, we of course mean not just, walking around. We mean usually by some other form of transportation, so like a vehicle of sorts, or maybe mounts.
Yeah, a mount, a boat, an airship, a flying dragon. I mean, you could also just do, a car in a racing game. That's some travel.
That is travel.
So Matt, what do you think? What do you think travel music sounds like?
I mean, travel music can be like heavily varied. I mean, it's going to be something that's I guess it could be like upbeat in a way, but it's going to sound for lack of a better term, driving, because you want to continue forward on, because it's I mean, especially if it's like a car of some sort. But if it's like a boat, it's gonna be more like here we go. This is the voyage that we go. Here we go out to sea.
Usually these are kind of like the middle parts of games. You're not, usually you get the reign of the skies and the world map and however it works, and usually it's near the middle to the end. So these tunes can often be like, that high adventure, you're getting to the end of the game, but also sometimes they're earlier and they're more like kind of just playful, explore this world. But then in racing games, that can be a totally different feeling.
Of course.
So it's my time to start this, and
what did you decide, Derek? What we're let's go down to the hangar and show me which ride we're gonna pick first.
You mentioned the hangar, so I think I'm kind of gonna lean off of that. I'm gonna play a song, the Stage 1 song from Top Gear.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a racing game. This came out for the NES. It's an older game, and going off more of the driving sort of style. This is an intense tune. This is done by Barry Leitch, and I think you're gonna like this one, Matt.
Well, Derek, let's go ahead and hop right in and speed off. All right, yeah, that one was definitely like I said, that's some pretty fast paced racing right there.
Yeah, that's an intense song. I mean it hits you right from the beginning, but I love the rhythm to it.
It's a really good rhythm, like to keep constantly going. As soon as you said the name of this game, Derek, like I got immediately sad because I really wanted to make a bunch of Top Gear references,
Couldn't think of
but
one.
I couldn't think of one because I mean I've seen the show in passing, I've heard of it, but never sat down and like fully watched the show. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
so I will say missed opportunity on my part, and I am sorry, audience.
hey, it's okay. I mean, I'm right there with you. But all I do know about I mean, the game and the show is this song is a banger, just straight up.
Yeah, go ahead and bring that up again for us.
I love this little opening.
Right.
It's so intense.
It's just like, what, like, where am I driving? Like, what's going on here?
It's such an intense song. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you hear this in a racing game, you know you're in for like an intense match.
Oh yeah, and what I enjoy about it most is like if you compare it to like another racing game. Let's say for instance um, a NASCAR racing game. Typically, they're just gonna have music from a well-known band
Yeah,
or something just in there. Just like yeah, we'll throw some like some classic rock in there. There we go, racing game. And I'm just like, you could have just made your own music.
well, I mean, there's a lot of racing games that have some really good music. This is just one in particular that I've always been fond of the song, and I distinctly remember hearing the song a really long time ago, and I forgot what it was. And then I was doing research for this episode. I was like, oh wait, it's this. It's Top Gear. That's right.
Top Gear.
And as soon as I heard this again, I was like, man, I've been searching for this song. I can't wait to play it on the episode.
Now, what system did Top Gear come out?
I believe this was for the NES.
Really?
I might be wrong on that. But I do believe it was the NES. And if so, this is really good sound for an NES.
Yeah, it's like it's super good for NES, especially a racing game.
But yeah, this particular I believe this particular song is from the SNES version.
Okay,
But
that would make a little bit more sense to me.
I mean, it's really complex and really intricate, and it just takes you through a journey. Like the song doesn't
Yeah.
loop until like 2.5 minutes in, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I'd say listening to this, I wouldn't think it would just be like like a regular like racing car kind of video game.
Well, it kind
It
of is
sounds-
just I mean, it is more or less just a simple racing game. It's not overly.
Yeah, but like, but hearing this song makes me think it's just like okay, like what the hell is like one of these guys just like driving? Is it like some sort of spacecraft?
Right? Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Like this is the kind of thing where I'd imagine like a more intense version of F-Zero, if that's possible.
I don't know if it's possible.
That being said, F-Zero,
Is it-
another game that you might hear in this episode, depending. I don't know what you got, but that would fit.
We'll find out.
Yeah. But yeah, I just love this track. It's because yeah, here's where it finally loops, and this is almost 3 minutes in. It's a long track, and it's really well composed. Again, shout out to Barry Leitch. Not a composer I'm familiar with, but this is amazing work.
Yeah, I definitely want to try and see like what else he's done because I'm really digging this.
I just love that part right there. My favorite part of the song. Granted, I like the whole song, but that's my favorite like section of it. I'm really glad. I'm just so glad I found the song because I was like, I distinctly remember hearing this a really long time ago, and like I would hear it on like, game music like video compilations and stuff like that, and I was always like, what is the name of that song? I can't remember it. So I'm glad this one reared its head back into my mind.
Yeah. This is good. First one to start us off with, there, Derek.
Where are you gonna go for us
Derek,
after that?
After that, I'm taking us to one of my all-time favorite video games, the one that probably got me started the most on RPGs, and also what I believe was the seed that grew into what is now my my addiction to creating alternate characters.
Yes, I know exactly what a game you're talking about, but why don't you fill the rest of us in, Matt?
Well, here we go. Coming in music-wise, we have the composer Koichi Sugiyama, and hand in hand with a wonderful man named Akira Toriyama, we have Dragon Quest III.
We've heard from this before on our on I believe the Battles episode.
We have. It's one of the battle themes that I will remember until the end of time. But and there was actually I guess a couple different things I could have used for this episode for it. But the one that I chose is a song called Heavenly Flight.
Now, what's going on in this song?
Now, in this song, by this point, when you finally hear it, is it's a sacred bird that hatches, but only once you've found all 7 of these orbs that are hidden throughout the game.
That sounds like quite a journey. I guess the this game's version of an airship, as it were, is well worth the wait.
It is, because up until this point, all you have to aid in traveling is the ship. And I'm like, I could use the ship, but then I thought, I'm like, well, wait a minute. No, let me go a little bit more unique and use the giant bird that you can fly on later.
All right, let's hear that song.
All right, so this is Heavenly Flight by Koichi Sugiyama.
I enjoyed that. It's like it's basically the complete opposite spectrum that Top Gear was. We had a very intense song, and you switched it up and gave us a very kind of peaceful, just kind of soothing, very gentle track to explore the skies to.
So yeah, this is the theme of like the sacred bird. So I mean, it's gonna have a little bit more of a majestic, tranquil feel to it, as compared to your first pick, which was a racing.
Yeah, yeah. I like how I really enjoyed how it was like just gentle little like the melody even like slows down and stops at some points, and it's just like da, na, na. It's just very like it's like minimalistic, but in a really good way.
Yeah,
You can tell like this is like I don't want to say it's like melancholy sounding, but it's like I don't know. It's like respectful, like to like as you said, it's like the whole like this heavenly bird, and it sounds like respectful to it, if that makes sense.
yeah. And actually, for a quick reference, because I'm terrible for not doing it sooner, uh, the bird's name is Ramia, and is actually a phoenix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that gives a it kind of even paints it in a better light. I could definitely see that.
It's actually appeared in several other games since as basically your aerial travel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I like
but I
how it's just I just really like I really like how it plays the silence. Like right here the song's completely like and then it just picks back up. It knows how to play silence well, and I really like that.
yeah, and then it'll start to slowly just come back up and just be more like da na na.
Yeah, it's very like majestic.
Yeah, and I mean, seeing it like as the music is playing, like seeing just like as like it flaps its wings while this song is playing. And it's like the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, this is totally worth traveling every which way to try to find these damn stones.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's a long quest in itself, and then you finally get it, and you're like, oh wow, now I can go so many new places.
Oh yeah, no, it totally is because there's like this one village where like you come across it and it's like completely destroyed, and you're like, oh okay. Then you come back later at night, and then like everyone's like a ghost who was there, and there was like a dude in the prison. He's just like, oh hey, what up, bro? Here's this stone. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Dragon Quest games
And
are
then
very interesting.
I think there was one that was tied to like a ghost ship. So, and to try to find the ghost ship, that was really annoying because it's in one particular area, but every move that you make with your boat, it does the opposite.
Oh wow. So like,
So, like when you finally see it on screen, you're just like, oh, oh, crap! All right, I'm gonna get you.
yeah, that sounds like a trial in itself. And now,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
guessing this is like part of the main quest, but then do you get the orbs all throughout the main story, or do you have to like go on a side quest to get them all?
it's kind of side quest. It's I think you come across like your first one in like the storyline, but um, it is like it's kind of like the Meridia's Beacon kind of thing in Skyrim, where it's just like a do. Oh, hey, what's this? A new hand has to. Oh God. Oh.
Now you have the orb. Go get me more orbs. Like, oh, okay.
Like what's the point of the orb? Well, legend says if you find all orbs, then you can bring out this bird, Phoenix Man, and it'll take you places.
You're like, all right, cool. That's gonna be cool eventually.
And when you find that out, you're basically just like, oh well, maybe that's how I get to that one castle that's surrounded by a mountain that I cannot get to.
That certainly makes sense. All
I
right.
got to play that game again.
Yeah, Dragon Quest games are really fun. I mean, they're definitely long. If you like RPGs, definitely check them out. They're all pretty much unique and interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, because and if you want if you feel like starting at the beginning, just as product placement, they've re-released remasters of 1, 2, and 3 all on the Switch digital
Yeah, yeah,
network. The store. That's
that's
it.
true.
That's the word I was looking for. The store. The digital store on the Switch now hosts several Dragon Quest games.
That's
Go and
true.
enjoy them.
I might have to check those out. Well, Matt, I've got a good one to follow up yours with. I'm gonna play a song
Oh,
of also kind of like a legendary flying creature that you get told about, and you have to kind of go on a little quest to get it, and then suddenly the sky's open to you.
oh, which creature is this one?
I'm gonna play a song from Secret of Mana. This is, of course, the theme of the flying dragon, Flamey, and this is Flamey's Flight by Hiroki Kikuta.
Blame me.
I really like this theme.
Uh,
This is a really, really cool theme, and you basically get this right near the end of the game. Well, not too far. I would say like 3/4 of the game into it, and then suddenly you can, explore all those islands you haven't gotten to, and you eventually use it to fly into this floating fortress. But
all
I,
right.
I really like the sound of this song. Um, so again, this is Secret of Mana, Flamey's Flight by Hiroki Kikuta. So there we go.
Whoa,
Right? That's a good one,
whoa.
isn't it?
The dude who is playing the xylophone is going so hard.
Right? My favorite thing about that song is while you're hearing it in game, when you get to the point where the Mana Fortress, which is basically the final area of the game, is in there, There's also it's not in the song, but it's in the game as like a sound bit. It like flies around, and every time it changes position, there's like this thunder, and it's like, and it's anyone who's heard the song would instantly recognize that thunder noise.
Oh, that's a little sad. That's not actually part of the song.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I love I just really enjoy this, and as you said, the xylophone it goes ham.
It does.
It's not too long of a loop. It's like a kind of a short loop, but I like how it does this little riff like 5 or 6 times, then it does this dun, 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 dun. It's a
And
really
you can hear
simple
like
song.
you can hear that guy like just like slam them keys. Do, 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 do.
And then it just loops back. I mean, it's a really short loop, but it's such a cool like sounding rhythm. You can hear
Yeah,
that
I will
like this is
definitely
like a
say
legendary creature.
yeah, or just like a creature's theme in general, rather than like some sort of like mechanical device or um, wooden vessel.
Yeah, I really like in games where like you get the ability to fly or travel the world map and in a faster method, and it's not just like a vehicle; it's like an actual like legendary creature. And this is definitely one of the ones I like a lot.
Yeah, it definitely because again, I never got to get the full Secret of Mana experience, but from what little that I have, this definitely feels and sounds like Secret of Mana.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Secret of Mana is a fantastic game and an amazing series. Like the of Mana is a really good series, especially the first few games, Secret of Mana and Seiken Densetsu 3 in particular are really really good games.
Yeah, that flute like adds to the feel of flight.
Oh
And
yeah,
for me, it does.
yeah. Those woodwind instruments really really give that feeling of being up high and soaring through the skies. And like kind of like an air of mystery too, like you're on this mystical creature and you're about to go save the world with it. Uh, well, Matt, where are you? How are we traveling next time?
Well, this time, Derek, I'm taking you to the sea.
To the sea, all right.
To the sea. And how are we going to cross this? How are we going to cross this vast distance? I'll tell you how. By creature. That's
Oh,
right. We're sticking with these creature themes.
I'm into it.
Uh, so Derek, brought to us by the great Junichi Masuda, is a theme from Pokemon.
All right, there's a lot of I mean, you could pretty much name any game, and they've all got good surfing or diving or ways of crossing water. So I'm interested in knowing which
It's
one you
true.
picked.
It's true. Well, Derek, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play a little game, and I'll give you two guesses as to which surfing theme that I chose.
Okay. Well, I know you're a big fan of as we joke the trumpet generation, which is of
Mm-hmm.
course third gen.
Third
Second gen
gen
is kind of
trumpets, French horn.
yeah, well, yeah,
It's
French,
Trump.
the French words. I know you've mentioned that second gen is one of your favorites. I haven't really heard fourth gens, so Diamond Pro Platinum. And now that I think about it, I can't really remember what Black and White or Sun and Moon or X and Y used for their themes. So if you picked any of those, I don't remember how they sound.
All right. So what is your ultimate guess that you think this is going to be? Like
I'm
put the
gonna
envelope to your head. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna guess third gen.
Well, Derek, that was a good guess, but you're totally wrong.
Which
It's
one did you guess?
it's actually the Mantine surfing minigame theme from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
You know what? I never actually got to play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so this is a song I've never heard.
First off, let me tell you, you totally missed out because this is one of the best mini games that I've played in a Pokemon game in a while,
Yeah,
and it was for me the best way to earn battle points.
I like a way to earn battle points that isn't just grinding the battle tower. So let's hear this minigame song.
All right, let's hang some tin and go surfing on a Mantine. All right, Derek, you feel like you missed out?
I do. That's pretty rocking. I like the. I mean, again, that's a pretty simple little loop, but I like that burner.
Oh yeah, it's I thoroughly enjoyed doing the Mantine surfing every time, like while I was grinding it to get battle points and everything, because the music for it is just so driving, and it's just vastly different than just a regular surf theme that has been in Pokemon for countless ages at this point.
Oh yeah, regular
But
regular surf things are always they're just like na 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 na, like gentle little traveling the water music.
yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting something along the lines of that, but I was enjoying that.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and like while you're surfing, like the way the minigame works is like there's like this giant wave that varies in height, and like so you like coast up it with the Mantine, and you can either you crest it, and while you're in the air you do tricks, and depending on how good oh yeah, depending on like how good you do at the end of the course, like you'll earn new tricks that you can do later on.
Oh, cool.
So
it's like
it's
its own level up system.
yeah, it's pretty much like its own little level up system. But like some of the tricks that you can do, it's like the Huntail spiral, the Lantern 360, the Starmie 720, and like there's like the best one is called like Over the Gyarados. They're all
really
like really neat little trick names.
That sounds like it's a lot of fun, and I mean this song, I'm rocking to it.
Yeah, that's yeah. I will admit that like I do have this song on my phone because it's just so like to me it's really rocking.
It's driving,
and it's it's driving, but it's just like I get real pumped when I listen to it. Like hell, I'll go to the gym and listen to this.
Yeah, this is put this on your workout music. I'm here for that.
Oh yeah, and like was like also while you're surfing, there are like hazards that could happen. So there's like sharpedos that'll just like tackle you.
Well, of course.
It's like tentacles that'll just like be bobbing up and down. Every once in a while, it's like you're coming up to like this big wave. And you're like, cool, I'm going to go up it, and it's like, oh crap, you better hurry up because is that a Wailord just coming out of the wave? Oh yeah, it is.
That sounds really fun. I am sad I missed out on getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I did complete the Alolan Dex when Moon came out. Had the shiny charm, and basically I went crazy on breeding, and didn't get a single shiny, which kind of when people were like, hey, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's coming out, I'm like, I don't want to do it again right now, I'm not in the mood.
Not again.
I don't want, I gotta take a break. So I did end up not getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I can say I have Pokemon Shield, I have the full Dex, I have the shiny charm, and I have successfully hatched multiple shinies, so I got my revenge.
Well then, I'll say this: if they ever bring out another Pokemon Stadium type game, they better have this as a mini game in it.
That would be cool. Yeah.
They better, because that would be bomb.
I'm enjoying hearing it. That's what I'm gonna have to download for later.
Good picks.
So Matt, you took us into the water on a creature, and I think I'm gonna do the exact same. This is another song from Hiroki Kikuta. Sticking with them. So we played Secret of Mana, and now I'm gonna play. As I've mentioned before, Seiken Densetsu 3 is technically the sequel to Secret of Mana, also known as Secret of Mana 2. But I'm gonna play you the theme of the basically boat you get in this game. It's not a boat; it is a creature. It is unique, to say the least. You basically end up on a haunted ship, and the haunted ship, after you kill the boss there, you wash up on a volcanic island, and you're going through a cave, and the volcanic island starts exploding, and this thing comes up, and the first time you see it, it's actually really funny. Everyone, like, who you're playing, because you can pick a party of 3, everyone who sees this basically has the same reaction of, what is that? Because it is a giant turtle wearing aviator sunglasses, and he's got flippers on. And it's a sight to behold, to say the least.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah. I'll send a picture of it to you in the break here. But this is the theme of the Booskaboo, as he's called, from Seiken Densetsu 3.
Oh my god.
Composed
let's get into this.
Yeah. So this is Booskaboo's theme from Seiken Densetsu 3, composed by Hiroki Kikuta.
Man, you can't. Can I just say I love what this thing looks like?
Right? I forgot. It's not aviators. He's wearing goggles, and also he's got a flag on his back, and he kind of looks like he's wearing a backpack, but the backpack is his shell.
Yeah, like is he supposed to be like a kappa? Because he doesn't have like the water dish on his head.
He's a big chunk in Kappa.
He's got like
Sure.
he's got like a mohawk helmet.
Yeah. I mean, it's hilarious because it's like when you see him in the game, your main character walks up and they're just like, what?
He's like, "What up, chumps? You want to get across?"
Yeah, I love it. He's great, and you get a little pan flute to play, and it summons him, and he's just pops up and he's like, "Hey, let's go!" And while you're swimming with me, he's got like little flippers on his feet.
Your your Uber is here.
It's basically your water chunk in Kappa Uber, and I love him. And the actual
Oh
name
my
of
goodness.
the song on the OST is Splash Hop.
Splash hop.
Yep. I love the little slap noises in here. The
That's the slaps.
it's just a fun little Islander. Do you hear that Mario Paint dog noise in there, Matt? I love it.
I hear like someone attempting their snare drum.
Right? It's just such a fun rhythm on this one. Do 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 do. I love this little riff right here. The xylophone guy going crazy again.
Yeah, man.
Xylophone man makes his return.
This one definitely brings a smile to my face when I hear it.
Oh yeah,
Especially,
and
especially now that I know what the creature looks like.
and his name is Booskaboo.
Booskaboo.
It's such a fun Matt, you and me need to play through SD3. It's such a good game, and it's a delight. If anyone hasn't gotten to check it out, it is being re-released as Trials of Mana, and it has come out for the Switch. So check it out. It's a really really fun game with really good music, and I mean it's got Booskaboo in it, so you can't go wrong.
No. No, you can't. What up, guys? I'm Booskaboo. Are you ready to get carried across this water?
I'm here. It's me, your Uber. Your Uber's arrived.
But I mean, like when you see him, like I said, this music definitely puts a smile on my face. And it's like it really fits this
It fits the creature.
this creature's. It fits the creature so well.
It's amazing how well it fits him. And as soon as this happens, you get free reign of water travel, and there's a lot of new places you get to explore. And I mean, anytime you get to do it, of course there is the airship in this game, and you do get to ride Flamey in this game too. but I chose this one because I just love this creature.
Man, that was a good one. Thank you for picking this guy.
You're welcome. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Indeed, I did. Well, Derek, I think we're a couple songs in at this point. I think it is now finally my time to reveal my Final Fantasy pick for the game,
All right,
or for the episode, not for the game.
I
I'll
I
sh-
have I have some Final Fantasy picked too, so I think I know what I'll follow you up with.
all right.
You're
Well,
making it easy for me.
hey, some days we do, some days we don't. It all it all depends on where the scale takes us.
So what do
But
you have
anyway,
for it? Which one did you pick?
my personal favorite, I went with Final Fantasy VIII,
Of course.
and the theme that I went for is like the coolest damn ship ever, the Ragnarok.
The Ragnarok is really cool. This is not just an airship. This is a spacecraft.
It is a spaceship.
Taking the
Yeah.
airship to the next level.
The title of the song is "Ride On Airship Ragnarok Theme" by Nobu Uematsu.
And this is definitely one I was considering too, so let's play it.
Yeah,
That
that
is a
was the
great one.
Ragnarok. That is. It's. I mean, when you see the ship and you're like, really, this is the theme for it. But I mean, it's for me. It kind of gives me a reminiscent feeling of Star Ocean a little bit in the sound.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't like underwhelmed or anything like that by it. I thought it was really cool when I first got it because you go through a lot before you get this airship. I
Oh,
mean,
you do. You
spaceship
go
really.
through so much. You go through so much in order to get this ship. For me, I wasn't underwhelmed. I was just more or less surprised because I thought they were going to go with like a little bit more of like a heavier riff for it. But I enjoyed the route that they took because I mean this is definitely just like like shit guys because we got a spaceship now. All right, let's get back to the planet. Let's go do.
Yeah, that certainly makes sense. I like how and I like how you basically have to clear this thing out, and then suddenly you're in space. I'm not gonna spoil why you're in space in this Final Fantasy game,
No.
but you find yourself there, and you find the ship, and you basically fly it back down to Earth or the planet or whatever it is called, and a lot happens. But once you finally get to free roam the ship however you want, it's really exciting because there's a lot of new things you can explore, and this music really plays out that explore the world.
Yeah, because it's just like, hey, you thought being able to float around as your other ship was pretty cool. Well, this one's way better because you actually get to be above sea level.
Yes. Previously, you only had a boat. The boat could do some other stuff. We're not going to spoil that either, but
It was a boat that had overland flight, but not true flight.
Yes. The Ragnarok is capable of much more. Let's just put it that way. But I really like this theme. It's very adventurous.
Now, if I guess if memory serves me correctly, you couldn't access Bahamut's area with the other ship, could you?
No, there's actually quite a few areas that you couldn't access with until you get to Ragnarok. So
I couldn't remember if you could or not.
No. It's not till you get the actual Ragnarok, and that's also when you can get Cactuar and a few other things.
The Cactar. Yeah, for me, this is definitely like one of my, I guess like I don't know if it's like my favorite part of the game, but it's probably like my second or third like favorite part of playing through 8 is getting that ship, and it just because it just blew my mind when I was younger. I was just like, oh man, this ship is so cool.
It is really cool. I like it a lot. It's a really exciting part of the game once you finally get to fly around in it.
Oh my god.
Now.
Uh, th-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
them late game airships. But I guess it makes sense to give it to you later than sooner. Unlike how unfair Final Fantasy 3 was.
You get
After
it
like
and then it
maybe the
exploded.
second after the second boss, you're just like, all right, cool, we got the mithril to make the giant spike so we can ram the giant boulder that's blocking the canyon. I'm like, you're in an airship, you can fly over it. It's like, all
Nah.
right, we're gonna take this boulder out. Come on, Santa Claus, Sid. Let's. And you just ho 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 into oblivion, and you're just like, well, we broke the ship.
The ship exploded. You don't get it anymore. Well,
We
thanks for
got
thanks for giving me an airship for
we
all
got
of 2 minutes.
we got rid of the rock though, so you can just walk back to the first town. I'm like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, that was honestly quite infuriating.
Oh man, not so much so as in 5.
That's true. 5 does a lot ruder things to airships to you.
All methods of transportation.
Yeah, that game is cruel and unforgiving with its transportation options. But I think I'm gonna move it on. I have 2 Final Fantasy songs, and I'm only gonna play one of them because I don't want to overload this episode with with Final Fantasy. But it's really
Yeah.
hard for me to narrow down. I've got one that's one of my favorites, and it represents one of my favorite characters, and I think that's the one I'm gonna play. But the one I want to give a shout out to in particular that I had on my list. Granted, every Final Fantasy game has pretty much an airship theme, and they're all really good. Seven's in particular is actually quite good. But the one that's on my list that I'm not gonna play is the Final Fantasy IX Hildegard, which is a really cool sound. I definitely want to play that one in a later episode, but I just want to give a shout out to it if you haven't heard it, because Nine has a few different airship themes, and particularly the Hildegard is unlike any other airship theme, and it just has a really cool sound to it. But the one I want to play is the one from Final Fantasy VI. There's also multiple ones in this game, but I want to play you the theme of the Blackjack, which is the flying casino built by the character Setzer. And I love him as a character, and I think this flying casino airship is just really cool.
Oh man, freaking Setzer.
Yeah, Setzer's a really cool character, and I just love how he like pioneered the airships, and then like he's like I want to rule the skies and be the fastest person alive, but also I want to build a casino. So why not make them the same?
Why not do both?
So this is the theme of the Blackjack from Final Fantasy VI, also composed by Nobuo Uematsu.
Yay! That one for me, it was more like I know it is the Blackjack's theme, but for me it felt more like one of the like a song that you would hear literally when you walk into a casino, and it was just like "Welcome to the Blackjack."
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I love this part, the dun 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 dun, dun. And that pops up basically every time you fly up into the sky, and that's a great way to greet you in this game. Because this is This game does a lot of interesting things because you don't originally get to control the blackjack. You kind of just it takes you to a place in the game, then you have to do some story stuff. And once you finally do get to control it, you actually you get to explore the world, of course. But Final Fantasy VI does something interesting, and I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't played it. But you get this airship, and you get to explore the whole world. But then you do some big story thing, and then you basically without an airship suddenly, and you have a whole new world to explore.
Oh.
And it's really interesting. But I love the adventurous feel to the song.
Yeah, definitely. Like for like it's kind of like half and half for me because it's like the adventure is like take to the skies, but at the same time like it's like hey, why don't you take your time, play a couple cards, throw some dice.
As Setzer says, he's my dice are in on with you, or my Jesus, I can't think of the words. My chips are in your pile is what he says. I could not think of that phrase. He's all about gambling, and I love him as a character. He's a really interesting character. He's one of those reluctant heroes. All he wants is to be on his flying casino and explore the world.
Gotta go fast.
He likes going fast, but he also likes a good gamble, and you kind of trick him with a double-sided coin, and he's like, well, alright, I guess I'm helping you.
Like, man, you totally won that bet fair and square.
He's like, no, I'm not gonna help you, but what I will do is I'll gamble, and if you win, I'll help you. He's a really cool character.
Good thing I found this two-headed coin.
Hey, no one says it has to be a fair gamble.
That is true. I mean, I guess that would make the gamble more enticing.
He lives for the gamble. However he has to do it, he lives for it. So
just like Kaiji.
Yeah,
living for the gamble.
But I really enjoy that airship theme.
It's a nice. It was a good pick because you had like you said, you had your pick from 6.
6 is a game that's very near and dear to my heart. It's one I played a lot as a kid, and still play to this day. It probably still has my vote for my all-time favorite in the Final Fantasy series, excluding Tactics, that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're going with like the main Final Fantasy,
the core series, 6 is probably my favorite. Well, Matt, I took us to the skies on a flying casino. How are you gonna travel us around the world this time?
Well, Derek, it's not a matter of traveling around a world so much as it is traveling between worlds for me this time.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh yeah, so brought to us by the great Kenji Yamamoto is a soundtrack I think you're familiar with.
Possibly. What
in
is
fact,
it? I should be. What's the game?
In fact, oh no, yeah, I know for a fact you're familiar with. So, the game is actually the third in the series, and the reason why I picked it is because it's one of the first times you actually get to one have a look in I should say in more detail, but secondly have a more constructed theme, and that is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, the theme of Samus's gunship.
Ah, yes, indeed. This is not one I even thought about, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it took me a minute because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm traveling, and I'm like, I tried to, I'm like, I gotta do like one from space, like that would work. And I'm like, well, Samus's ship should have a theme.
Yeah.
And it took me a little bit of time to find one because mostly it's either like Samus's theme is playing or It's more or less just like the zero mission thing where it's just like, oh no, it's alarms, and you're like, okay, nope, that won't work.
Yeah.
Or or like just when you're in the middle of landing, either planet side or docking at a station. So I was actually really happy that I found the gunship for Metroid for Prime 3.
Yeah, because Prime 3, you actually, fly between different planets. And
Hmm.
you do actually have a little ship theme.
Yeah, so again, I was really excited for this. So again, so this is by Kenji Yamamoto, and this is the gunship theme from Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. So that's a short loop for that one, but I really enjoy it. For me, it gives the feel of the Chozo to me a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of got mysterious yet powerful and kind of foreboding, but like just that like atmospheric sound you're looking for in a Metroid game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Metroid likes to hop around with its little bit of genre stuff. I mean, but uh, gothic horror space is typically what you can find in a Metroid game most commonly.
And the sound for it, I mean like I really like how you've been playing these very like minimalistic ones, but they've been very like intense and driving in their like absence of sound.
Yes, I really enjoy the one part that comes up kind of like slowly in the background where it's doom doom.
It was like the dun, dun.
Yeah, there it is. You hit like the little beats in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of like background stuff, like
I
the
like
little like
that. That
and the dun,
yeah, which again is very fitting because I mean you're in. I mean you're in the cockpit of the ship, so you're gonna have a bunch of different sounds.
yeah.
I would imagine you're gonna have like and obviously whenever you're playing the actual game, like the effects will uh, kick in whenever you're doing that, but they still wanted to keep, I guess, a little bit of that for the music.
I like how you mentioned like the Chozo feel. I can hear that in like the like that kind of almost chant it's got in there.
Yeah, it's the chant and like a little bit of like the drums that go with it.
I enjoy this pick. It's not one I would have. I like because I'm more, as you know, I'm more of like the melodic, the very high intense. I love the rhythms to songs that I can hum, but I like how you bring those like more atmospheric touches in there too.
Oh, you're welcome.
And of course, you know, as everyone knows, I'm a big
Yeah,
Metroid fanboy.
I thought you would enjoy this one.
Yes, I appreciate this pick.
Yeah. So, Derek, all we need now is more information on Prime 4 and collector's box set of 1 through 3 to re-release again, but on the Switch.
One can dream. Can dream and
One
hope.
and dream.
All right, Matt.
Metroid Prime on the go.
I want it. I would love that. I would love that. But so you played a song from Metroid, which is very, atmospheric and, driving but mysterious. I'm gonna play a song that's kind of funky. We'll bring out that
ToeJam
funk.
and Earl?
Not quite. This is a song. It's a song from Donkey Kong Country. Interestingly enough, this song is not composed by David Wise. This is composed by Robin Beanland, and it was a extra little trivia for you. It was originally used.
What?
Yeah, it was originally used as the Killer Instinct trailer video. Like in the first trailer commercial for Killer Instinct, this song was used, and it was never in Killer Instinct. They switched it for Donkey Kong Country. The song I'm talking about is Funky Flight.
Oh my god.
So this is the song that plays when you talk to Funky Kong, and you use his travel services in his rocket barrel.
Oh my gosh. I don't forget about Funky Kong.
So without further ado, Matt,
think about it.
Right? I know. I told you I got some fun ones for you. Some ones you might not expect.
Thank you.
So yeah. So without further ado, Donkey Kong Country, Funky's Flight by Robin Beanland.
This is Boogie on Down. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. My god.
I take it you're enjoying that one, Matt.
I definitely was. And like the entire time, I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, they had this as for Killer Instinct.
Yeah, yeah. Little known
Like
fact. This was used for the trailer in Killer Instinct.
this is just so funny.
I mean, I can
This is just
totally
so
hear
funny.
it too.
Yeah, yeah. But like, once you start adding in the woo,
Like, I could see this being like a fighting games trailer. Like, get hyped for this intense fighting game. Because it starts out here and then suddenly they yeah, and you're like, whoa, calm down.
yeah. And let's face it. I mean, you weren't down with the funk unless you liked kung fu movies.
I mean, you're not wrong. I love Funky Kong as a character because like, you know, Donkey Kong Country is an action platformer and it's got a world map that you travel and you select the stage. And basically, the reason this is a travel song is Funky Kong. You talk to him, and he's got this basically fast travel system where he uses a barrel with a rocket attached to it, and you fly in it to basically move between worlds and between levels faster. And yeah, this is Funky Kong's theme.
Yeah.
I.
God. Yeah, that is that part of the yeah.
It's so intense.
Oh my god. Like in a way, like Funky Kong and just like the way he does stuff, he kind of reminds me of Launchpad McQuack from DuckTales.
That's such an intense name.
Just like,
Too.
It's just like, oh, you want to get to places? Come on, bub.
I got
Of course, you know, Launchpad had like an actual helicopter, and then Funky Kong's just like, I got a barrel that I put a rocket in. Come on.
It's got plane wings too. This'll work, trust me.
That fabulous orc tech right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm glad
If
I
it's
caught you.
broke, it'll work.
I'm glad I caught you by surprise on that one.
You did. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So here we'll move on to my next one here. Just is God, I'm gonna just dream those hi-yas.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be sitting there. I'm gonna be asleep, and
Just gonna pop in.
like I'll be having this nice little dream that all of a sudden I don't know we're just yeah, and like 50 dudes just like flip into frame like Japanese Spider-Man style.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful image.
All right, so here let's go ahead and move on to my next pick. So I've decided to go ahead and keep with my previous theme of traveling between worlds. I went with Kingdom Hearts 2 for this choice, specifically the song "Cloud Chasers," which plays whenever you're piloting the gummy ship.
The gummy ship is an interesting interplanetary vehicle, and I like the music in Kingdom Hearts games, and this is a good one.
Yeah, it is, and you know we'll probably talk a little bit more about it, momentarily. But the gummy ship in 2 is definitely way more fun for me than gummy ship in 1.
Yeah, gummy ship one can be quite annoying.
Yeah. But anyway, so the song is composed by Yoko Shimomura, and this is "Cloud Chasers" from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Take us out of this world, Matt.
From this world on to the next. Maleficent's up to no good again. Well, we need that Keyblade Master right quick.
Let's hop on some trolley gummies and fly out of this planet. Another simple but delightful one.
Oh yeah, I mean that one definitely has that nice space travel to it. God, I mean, I just loved the gummy ship from two so much, especially since when they added in, the enemy ships that'll shoot at you and stuff. Loved it.
Yeah, two
It made me actually look forward to world travel, the travel between worlds.
two definitely had more fun flying between worlds than one did, to say the least. One's wasn't terrible. It
Yeah,
just
I mean,
it
not
as
not
a
no. I mean, it had its kinks, which they solved in the next game.
yeah. I think they just improved upon a system that needed some improving on.
Hmm. They did, and it worked out great. Um, I wish I could. I wish I knew what the themes were from three. I guess I could listen to them, but at the same time, it's just like, man, I want to experience rather than just listen to them.
Yeah, yeah. I get that. I still haven't gotten to around playing three, but I'm going to here soon. I like the little. It's it's uh it's not a
It
xylophone,
starts
but
out
it's
so
like a little
soft, and
bells kind
chill.
of. It reminds me of like
It's
the
it's
Christmas
not.
bells, not like Christmas bells, but like the instrument I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it
I love
starts
how it
getting.
slowly just starts to pick up.
Oh yeah, that background beat that just kind of starts getting more and more intense as it goes. I like how it adds basically a new sound into the song every like 20 seconds.
Yeah, and it's just to keep like, all right, let's gonna keep building, keep building, keep building, and it's just like, okay, now you come in. All right, now you come in. Uh, they just did for me such a good job keeping the pace.
Yeah, it's a that's a good way of saying it. It's a nice like it's evenly paced throughout the song. It it holds like a good steady rhythm throughout.
Yeah, like right here where like like it started over, it's starting to build back up again. It's like you just got done shooting like a bunch of ships, and it was just like now you're at the point where you got to fly around and collect a couple of things, and it's just like oh there's more guys starting to come at you. Like look out here, here we go again.
It's a nice simple rhythm. It's not overly intense, but it keeps your attention.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. I'm actually gonna kind of keep in the same idea as what you've been doing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when I say that, I mean this game also technically has different worlds, so this is, in a way, interplanetary travel.
Yeah.
Uh, you find out relatively early into the game that the world that everyone, at least that you're aware of, is from isn't necessarily the only world. There's actually two worlds in this game, and you get these ships that let you travel between the worlds and travel the skies. The game
Hmm.
I'm talking about is Tales of Symphonia,
Oh.
and these ships are the Riards, as they're called.
Oh. Okay.
So the song I'm going to play for you is the Aviator Riards theme from Tales of Symphonia that plays as you're flying around on these. They're kind of like pseudo dragon shaped, personalized like energy bikes that fly through the sky. They're like little personal planes. It's really hard to describe, but they look very intense, and they have swooshing color trails.
Okay, so you Tron.
You
You
base
Tron between
It's basically
worlds.
like a dragon-shaped Tron bike plane that has colorful rainbow beams behind it that can travel between worlds. So it's pretty intense.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So here comes the Aviator Riards theme by Motoi Sakuraba from the game Tales of Symphonia. Another wonderful song by Sakuraba.
Thank you, Sakuraba. No, I actually really enjoyed that one. I mean, it definitely, because you said like the design of it kind of is like a personal, like you use the term bike, and like now I gotta look up what this thing looks like real quick then,
Oh,
because I need to just
I'll send a picture to you.
please do because I need to see this thing. Overall, I mean, I really like the theme. It sounds really cool because it's. I mean, it definitely gives you the these things go fast. Like prepare to just like take off. Oh,
Bike was probably the wrong term. It's like a personalized like little jet engine dragon
oh
shaped
snap!
thing.
Look at that thing.
Yeah,
Oh damn! I want one of these.
right. And
Oh, you don't even sit on it. You stand up on it like a boss.
right.
It's
Well,
like a
it's like you like
it's
sit stand
it's
on
like
it,
it's like Green Goblin's glider, but with a jet turbine on the bottom of it.
and like colorful dragon motifs because each person like because you basically wander the world map with a party of four, and you have four of these basically, and they shoot like rainbow trails because they're being powered by Volt, the summon of electricity. So they're pretty intense.
Oh my God, seeing everyone like riding side by side in formation kind of reminds me of that old um, student project video where it was what was it, the Space Stallions?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're
And
talking
then like
about.
when they're all on like their horse light bikes and they like blast off and then it like leaves like the color trail.
That's essentially what happens here. But I like how the rhythm is very like adventurous, and it's got like the mystery of like you're soaring the skies. You can totally get that feeling.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. The more I see these things, the more I want one myself.
They are pretty awesome, and it's such a cool thing when you get to explore the not only the world but both worlds, because eventually you get the ability to travel between the worlds, and you basically get full reign of flying both these planets on these magical dragon jet bike engine turbine bird things. There's no easy way to describe them.
That's pretty boss. No. No, there isn't. Man, that's really enjoyable. But yeah, I mean, it's you got the open sky, and like the world is yours.
Absolutely. And I love this.
It's very, for me, it's very. Although it's exciting, it's also in a way for me kind of tranquil.
Yeah, yeah. I could definitely see tranquil, and it's exciting, and I would say the biggest word for it is adventurous.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but again, that's when it comes to like a travel vehicle of some or mount, whatever it may be. If it's in an RPG, I mean, its theme is going to be very adventurous. I mean, it will still have its own sounds and its own way of delivering that via the music, but that is the overarching theme that you will always come across in those songs.
Yeah. Well, usually you get these, these things and at big points in the game, and then suddenly the world is, yours to explore. So of course they're going to be adventurous. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but when I'm suddenly given a full realm to explore in a game, I never go, the next destination. I always go everywhere but there.
Oh, of course, because you're just like, ooh, cool. Maybe I can find secret stuff now.
Yeah.
Like,
what's over on this island? And this isn't the place it wants me to go, but there's a cool, there's a cool cave over on this island. I gotta check that out. That's always how it happens. I never go where the game wants me to go. That's always my last destination.
If it's your first destination, you haven't played RPGs long.
We must save the world. We're on a very big time crunch. Yeah, but first I gotta go over here.
Yeah, I gotta go over here and do this thing first. But no, hold on. Hold on, we're good.
I got all these side quests to do.
I'm good so long as I don't initiate the cutscene. Alright, let's go.
No time has passed until I do that cutscene. Trust me, I know how this works.
It could be 30 hours, it could be 3 minutes. 5 years.
The airship
so long as I don't talk to him,
yeah,
time will stand.
Time is but a fleeting concept.
'Tis but a fleeting concept, it is. Time.
All right, Matt, where are we going next?
Well, Derek,
how are we going next is the better question.
Or better yet, when? Because time is a great segue into what I'm going to give us next.
Okay.
That's right. We've been traveling space, we've been traveling in the ocean, between worlds, but now we're traveling between time.
Depending on where you're going with this, this song is probably on my list too.
Well, the composer is Tomohito Nishiura.
Ah. And what is the game?
The game is Dark Cloud 2.
All right. Not the one, not the thing I picked, but we'll get to that later. Why don't you tell us more about this song?
This song is titled Launch Space Time Train Ixion.
Probably one of the most ridiculous vehicles that ever has existed.
Yeah, because like at first you're like, oh, okay, cool. I get to travel between these towns via this train that looks like it's on its way to Jurassic Park. And then later it's just like, all right, cool. We gotta go to the future now. Hop on the train. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are we in Back to the Future 3? What's going down?
The important thing about this train is it is hard to look at. It is every possible color. If you took like a 5-year old's picture on like draw the vehicle of the future, and all you have is neon colors, and they just basically go hard on drawing it, and then you're like turn it into a train. That's what this vehicle looks like.
Quick, make it a train. Go, 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 go.
It is the most neon technicolored masterpiece you will ever see.
Oh man.
But let's get to the music, Matt.
All right, so once again, this is Launch Space Time Train Ixion by Tomohito Nishira from Dark Cloud 2. Oh my God, I'm re-looking at the pictures of this damn train, and I'm just like, what is it? Like the first one that you'll see is like, steampunk dinosaur train, and then it's just like, oh, okay, we need to travel between space and time. So here's the new train, and it's like a laser blaster.
This train is crazy. If you Google image search Dark Cloud 2 Ixion, you'll see what we're talking about. It is it's quite
It's like what
it's quite the thing.
it's like what, like, the 60s or were like, like, oh, this is what space stuff looks like. It's gonna be all bleep bloops and lights and zippy zaps.
That's basically exactly
Got
what this
these.
thing looks like. It's like if you took that sentence you just said and then add some neon colors and turn it into a vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is it
That's
a train? I
that's
don't know.
exactly it. I don't know. It looks like it would decimate. I don't know anything because
It
it's
looks
got like
like
a laser cannon on
It looks
top
like
of
this
it.
thing is going to rip into 6 different pieces and form Voltron. The
I'm surprised it didn't. I'm surprised it didn't.
For real. Um but I like, as for the music itself, I like how it's a short little loop, but it's like a build up to this thing's maiden voyage takeoff.
Yeah, because that's the moment of the game. I mean, that's in the title. It's like, cool. We're launching now.
The time train, which is 2 words that you wouldn't really expect to hear when describing a vehicle.
Hey, have you ever done this before? Nope. Oh,
Okay.
here we go.
We need to get to the future. How are we getting there? I got it. We'll build a vehicle that'll travel to the future. Okay, cool. Is it gonna be like a spaceship? Is it gonna be like a super energy launch thing? Yes. It's gonna be a train. But why a train? It just feels like a train is kind of cumbersome because, they're not small things to maneuver.
No, and it's literally just like you need a lot of track for it.
I not to call out Dark Cloud 2 because I love this game, but I feel personally like a train might not have been the best vehicle to turn your time launching device into. But I mean, hey, it's intense and it works.
Yeah, like maybe if it was like one cart, but it's
It's no,
two.
it's a full no, it's not two. It's like four. It's like four whole train cars.
We gotta take everyone with us. Like, no, no, we don't.
We need to take because throughout this game you can recruit people to basically join your villages, and they kind of chill out on the train because you drive between basically cities. So when you get the time train, it kind of just ignores the fact that you had another train and replaces that one with the time train. So everyone who was on the old one is now on this one, and it's literally a full length four train car train. And I feel as though that was uncalled for.
Yeah, yeah.
But I dig it.
Oh man. But yeah, it's the the music's good.
Yeah, the music's cool.
Music music makes so much sense.
Play it one more time because it's a short little loop. I love how it's like a dun 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 dun, dun like countdown to this intense thing that's about to happen, which it is very intense.
Yep. Because it's like, yeah, it's definitely just like, all right, here's the countdown. All right, you're getting everything calibrated. You're getting setting it to the correct year.
We're gonna launch us into just I can't remember. Do they go? Isn't it like 100,000 years into the past or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So you're in the present, which is actually the past, and then you have to go to the future to get this train, which they've been working on. So you could go
Super
like
far into the
100
past.
super far into the past
Yeah,
to find out what Big Bad is doing in the far off future.
yeah, it's pretty convoluted, but I mean it's intense. And again, if you want to see how we're describing this thing, just Google Dark Cloud 2 Ixion, and you'll see it just sure is. That's all. That's the way I can describe it.
Sorry, this is where the story gets a little convoluted.
It's just one of many. Um, so I mentioned, I thought I know where you're going with time, and I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. The obvious one I would go for next is I have it on my list, but I think I'm just gonna give a shout out to it. I'm of course talking about Chrono Trigger, and the vehicle is of course the Epoch or the Epic, and that's a really good theme, really good travel theme. Chrono Trigger is an amazing game, but I think I'll just leave that an honorable mention because there are some other ones I want to play.
Okay.
Let's see. We've been playing a lot of RPGs, so I think I'm gonna mix it up. I want to play kind of a more gentle theme and more of a relaxing thing. And by relaxing, I mean a resort, specifically Pilot Wings Resort.
Pilot Wings Resort?
I'm gonna the game is Pilot Wings Resort for the 3DS, and I'm gonna play you the plane theme. This is
The play.
this game has a lot of very gentle kind of almost elevator sounding atmospheric rhythms, and this is just a nice gentle tune that I will play for you, Matt. I hope you enjoy it.
I have a feeling that I will enjoy it.
So, Pilot Wings, composed by Soya Oka. Here you go.
That was pleasant.
I do apologize, Matt. Soya Oka was the composer for the first Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings Resort was composed by Asuka Ito. But how did you enjoy that?
Well, first off, thank you for the internet. Secondly, I actually really enjoyed it. That was very tranquil for me. Definitely, like I could have that playing if I'm like, man, I really just need to take a quick nap. Let me play this song.
Yeah,
Like I'm just very relaxed when I hear it.
it is a nice, very relaxing, very chill tone.
Which again, it fits the title because it's Pilot Wings Resort.
Yeah, it's a nice little. I mean, you can fly around in planes. You can do like hang gliding. You got a. It's just a nice little relaxing flying around the world or the island rather, kind of mini game sort of game if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
But it's a fun game, and the music in the whole series of Pilot Wings is very similar to this. It's got that kind of like just gentle, almost elevator sounding, as I mentioned, lull you off to sleep. You're on hold music.
you're on. Hi, I'd like to make a reservation for the Pilot Wings Resort. Okay, please hold.
This is one of those songs that if you're on hold, you're trying to get your bills paid, and you're like, oh, just gotta hold while we fix up this problem, and this song plays. I'm like, okay, I can jam to this. You're like, can you put me back on hold? I was really digging that.
It's been like I love this part, the like that hollow like
Little
auto tune sound.
Yeah. I like this little part afterwards too. I love how it does have that little air of mystery to it, the little just at the end.
Just at the end.
Just the touch.
Like, oh man, I wonder what this resort has.
Wonder what this place has to offer. Can't wait to explore it on my little flying propeller plane. There you go. I felt like going out of the. We've been we've been playing a lot of RPGs. I know it's your and mine strong suit, but I figured I'd throw it off a little different feeling to that.
Well, thank you, Derek. Thank you for that. But yeah, RPGs are definitely a little bit more of a strong suit for us. Because I don't know if we mentioned it earlier or not. This was actually a bit of a challenging episode for us.
Yeah, this one was a difficult one for me. I mean, granted, I did mention that racing games would work, and
Hmm.
there's hundreds of racing games, but I do want to do like a later. I want to specifically focus on racing games. I want to make a whole episode based on that. So I didn't want to put too many on this
Exactly.
episode because
Yeah.
this one's more about
Uh,
traveling. So I figured like the airship, boat, kind of flying dragon feel for travel. I mean, racing still fits, but I
yeah.
didn't want to overload it with racing tracks.
Yeah. No. We don't want that. I think we'll move on to my next song. This song comes to us from Yasunori Mitsuda.
Another favorite of mine.
Right, he's getting up there on uses for us. And this song is from Chrono Cross, the Zelda pirate.
Ah, this is a good one. I love
Because
Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger.
I figured you were going to use Chrono Trigger, which is because like that was the first one that like literally popped in my mind. I'm like, oh well, I'll use the Epoch, and then I'm like, well, maybe Derek will use it, so let me go with Cross instead.
I felt it was so obvious, and just a given. I wanted to kind of. It's one a lot of people have heard, so I kind of figured I'd go for ones maybe people haven't heard.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. But yeah, so I was glad because I'm like I'm like, man, Cross has something in it, right? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, she has a pirate ship.
That certainly works, and as I've mentioned, Chrono Cross might have my all-time like just favorite OST. I think the whole soundtrack's beautiful.
Chrono Cross, it just a really good jam, and a really good game.
Yasunori Mitsuda did amazing work, just amazing. But let's get to that theme, Matt.
All right, here we go. So this is the Zelbest pirate ship from Chrono Cross by Yasunori Mitsuda.
The Zelbus from Chrono Cross. It's funny. This song actually plays not when it's the pirate ship. This actually is more of when it's the cruise ship.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because as we've mentioned, this game, whereas in Chrono Trigger you traveled through time, Chrono Cross you kind of travel through dimensions. And on one side, this is the pirate ship, the Invincible, and on the other side of the world, it's the daytime cruise ship, the Zelbus.
The Zelbus.
A place full of gambling, magic shows, and being turned into a cat.
Uh-oh, you kitty now. Haha.
I love this theme though. I both love and hate this theme actually, admittedly, because the theme is it's so fun to listen to. But having played this game multiple times, it's not a part of the game that I enjoy doing repeatedly. Having played through the game multiple times.
True. I mean, it could be worse. It could be crap, that area with the little cavemen people.
It's true. It's true. I've mentioned that before. It's not my favorite. But I mean, it's a really interesting and fun part of the game. But it's just a lot of like running around and talking, and then you get turned into a cat, and you gotta steal a handle, and you gotta gamble, and then you lose the gamble, and you lose your ship, and it's a journey. You're on the ship for a while doing all these things, but you get to listen to this jam the whole time, so it's a good one.
It's almost like during the whole course of the events, like the song is mocking.
Oh, it is. That's totally why like you love and hate it, because like at first you go on the ship and you're like, all right, I'm into this jam. I like how I'm on a cruise ship and there's cool stuff. and then some shenanigans start happening to you, and you're like, all right, I'm tired of this. And then you just want to finish up this side quest, but
just like Bounce-A-Rama.
yeah, very similar to how I feel about Bounce-A-Rama. I love how it is like that playful, almost kind of playing with you rhythm to it, the feeling. It does kind of feel like it's mocking you in a little way.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit.
It's like, oh no, now you're a cat. All right, go do things.
Just in that one part though. This part is fine. This part is like, yeah, I'm loving this. Chrono Cross has such like an expressive soundtrack though. Yasunori Mitsuda does like amazing work with the instruments.
It's a real fun listen to, but I could definitely see how, like, oh, this is your 20th time here.
Yeah, because I mean it's not like super long, but it is like you have to do a lot of things, and you only get this one song. And like the first time you do it, you're like, okay, fine, but like if this is like your 10th playthrough, you're like, oh god, I gotta go to do all this stuff again. It's just it's not something I
do the Zeldas.
It's not something I look forward to on my multiple playthroughs. But I love the song. The song's great. Well, I think this is gonna be my last song for the episode, and I've got a lot of songs I'm sitting on. I think I want to give some shout outs. I've mentioned the Hildegard and the Chrono Trigger Epoch that I'm not gonna play. There's a song from Wild Arms 3, the basically airship called the Lightning Blade in the Blue Sky. That's a really nice one.
Oh, that's intense. I never played that.
Yeah, it's a pretty intense one. I also had F-Zero's Big Blue, but I think I'll save that for the racing episode that we mentioned we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And I have another song from a racing game. I played a song from Diddy Kong Racing that was a real big hit. I had another song from that game, kind of the Overworld. That's an interesting one for travel. And I think I'm actually gonna play that. I was gonna hold off on this one, but it really fits the travel theme, because in this game you basically can pick between car, hover car, or like hovercraft, and a plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 3 different. They all have like their own methods of control, basically. And there's an overworld to the adventure mode of this game, and you can basically pick the different worlds you're gonna go into. There's 4, technically 5 worlds, and each one has 4 stages. And as you're flying around this island that you're on, you can choose between car, hovercraft, or plane. Obviously plane, because it has the most, ease of effort. You can go wherever you want with it. But
yeah.
But basically, I played a song from the Ice World, as you'll remember on our last episode.
Yes.
And,
yes, I remember that.
So this is Diddy Kong Racing, the Overworld, composed by David Wise. Now the fun thing about the song is you can hear they compose like each section of the island basically has its own theme that'll start playing. It's one song, but the song kind of changes based on where you are, and you'll hear that Ice World.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, you'll hear the Ice World thrown in here. So I hope you enjoy this jaunt around the Overworld.
Well, let's go ahead and hop in.
There we go, Matt. How'd you?
That was quite enjoyable.
Right? I like how you go. It takes you like on a journey throughout the island and throughout the like the whole overworld of this game, and you can kind of tell when like you get to the next section and it plays you like a new part of the island.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely picked up on those slight differences.
And you can really tell when you get to the ice part of the levels that has the song we played on the Tis the Season episode. It's a really interesting song because it's it doesn't loop the whole time, and it's like a
No, it doesn't.
but you can tell like they hold the same like motif and the same rhythm. They kind of just change the instruments and like the feel to the song. So just got this part. Do, do. And you get to kind of this. Do, 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 do. And again, Diddy Kong Racing is a really, really great game for the N64. I think a lot of people overlooked it for Mario Kart, but personally speaking, I would almost say Diddy Kong Racing's better because it has this like adventure mode, and it's got this like story mode that has these different like sections of the island, and there's got like boss matches where you have to beat the lord of the area, and then you have to redo those maps with the silver coin challenge where you have to collect 8 silver coins throughout each level and then rebeat them on a harder difficulty. So it's got this really interesting like story mode that Mario Kart doesn't have. This is a great racing game for like one player, whereas Mario Kart is obviously the king of multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
But if you want a fun little Mario Kart,
it's always fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun to find like a nice racing game that you can actually end up playing yourself, and not have to worry about your friends being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna give you banana peels."
Oh, don't get me wrong. There's definitely like rockets and oil slicks and stage hazards and moves that you can use against the opponent racers, but I think the main difference is Diddy Kong Racing focuses on one player, whereas Mario Kart obviously focuses on the multiplayer team play, party playing.
Yeah.
But definitely check this game out. It's got great music, really fun, and it's got a really cool story mode for a racing game for the N64.
The good old 64. Oh, those were the days.
Yes, they were. But Matt, as we wind down this episode, it's that time.
It's that time. It's the last song of the episode, the one that we give you guys a little listen on. We'll sit down, we'll think about it, and we'll come back, next up, and we'll talk a little bit about it, like we always do.
Well, of course, but before that, we definitely want to thank everyone so much for listening. We appreciate you guys so much, and if you've got anyone loves video game music, pass it on to them. We love we love hearing everything you have to say about the songs we pick. If there's one you loved, tell us about it. If there's one you wish we would have played, let us know, and we'll do a.
If there's one you hated,
yeah,
well, too bad.
If you really didn't like that one, I mean, I'm glad you still listened to the rest of the episode if you're still here.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, we hope the rest of the songs you enjoyed. And if there's one you really wanted to hear but you're sad we didn't play, there's lots more episodes to come. So let us know your favorite, and we'll throw it on the next one.
Oh yeah, always make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Derek, would you like to spread some information about our new website?
Yes, we have a website. It's just newgamepluspresents.com. We've got the podcast is up on all podcasting websites. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, various medias, Podcast Addict. Would be ever so grateful if you'd leave a comment there. Tell us how much you enjoy it and share it to a friend.
Please do. Please give us some shares of anything.
Share us your favorite song. share us to a friend who likes video game music. Just all around sharing. Sharing is caring, as they say.
Share with me that bag of gummy candy that you're eating right now.
Yeah, and if you don't want to share it, then use it to build a rocket ship.
Use it to build that rocket ship.
Travel to
Travel through time.
space. Yeah, travel through space and time and have some great tunes while you do it.
All right, so here we go. Let's leave these nice folks with our closing song of the day, brought to you by the great Ray Kondo from the game Okami. This is Orca's theme, the wonderful orca that takes you to the Dragon Palace.
Ah, yes, we've heard from the Dragon Palace, and I remember watching you play this game that you do indeed take your orca friend there.
Yep, just hey, what up, dude? I'm Orca, the orca. All right, come on, let's do this. All right, so here we go. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good whatever time of the day you're living.
Yeah, have have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed traveling to our traveling songs.
But Derek, what if it's night? Then have a good night.
Have a good whatever time of the day, and travel safe to these travel tunes.